Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. We are working on the Mk5 5-cylinder Jetta here today, and we're doing a little bit of fabricating. You can see I've got my welding gear on. We've got the downpipe out of the car. We're working on exhaust today. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, like I said, we are working on the exhaust today. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm excited. We decatted it, got the vibrant resonator in here. I actually welded this all up already. So this is the factory downpipe. I just pulled it out of the car. Cut the cat out, put this vibrant resonator in here. There's a 2.5 inch vibrant, so 2.5 inch in, 2.5 inch out. The only downside is that the factory downpipe is like 2.25 inch. So we were working with kind of welding and putting that little gap to seal it up. But I did reuse the front piece with the flex pipe. And then I reused the back piece here just because it's got the secondary O2 that is angled. So it's just easier to just cut this section off, weld it in, and then we'll go back. From here, we'll do 2.5 inch from the rest of the system back. This is all welded up already. We got the vibrant resonator in. This is the angled secondary O2 sensor port that I was talking about. So rather than trying to fiddle with that and welding that into a 2 inch or 2.5 inch pipe, we just kept the 2.25 here. Vibrant resonator is 2.5, and then the flex pipe portion here is also 2.25. So 2.5 in, 2.5 out, 2.25, 2.25. No more catalytic converter. So that's going to free up a lot of flow. This is a straight through kind of a glass pack style resonator, so not blocking any flow there. We are increasing flow in the system, and you know the car's got the Evo header on it right now. This is just gonna help that evacuate into this to evacuate out the tailpipe, and should just maximize our performance for the NA version of this before we go turbo. This is where I started. I'm not afraid to show off my terrible welds. So we are working with a little bit of gap here, going from the 2.25 to 2.5. We are also mild steel here and stainless here. So that did cause a little bit of frustrations, but kind of worked through it on this one. Tried out some stainless wire on this one. So I started this weld here with stainless wire. This was just a regular flex core. I'll show you what wire it is. I'll leave a link to all this stuff I use down below too. But this was I believe a Blue Demon brand. So a good wire, but meant for more mild steel, not stainless specific. Started over here, went to a stainless wire, kind of got clumpy because it didn't want to stick to the steel. Worked better on the stainless. So I ended up switching back to the regular wire. And so I had some gaps to fill, and just, it kind of got a little chunky over here. This side here, this is where we finished. And that looks a lot better. I kind of got the technique down, got the wire dialed in. I'm actually running the Art Captain MiG 130 gasless flux core welder here. And this is, as you can see, it is on the lowest setting. It's only 40 amps right now. There's no wire feed adjustment. It's just all the computer calibrates it based on your amperage input. So it is on the lowest amperage setting, which also is probably the lowest wire speed. We kind of figured it out over here. Then I did weld in another O2 bung up here, and that was steel to steel. So no different metallurgy there. That word is super hard for me to say, especially today when I need to say it. You can see the welds got a little bit better there. It is glassless flux core, so there's going to be some spatter and stuff, but you're not going to see any of this. You only see a little bit of this when you're inside the engine bay looking down at the header, because this is still in the engine bay side before it shoots down under the car. We got to get this installed, and then we got to figure out what we're doing for the rest. I'm probably going to cut the whole thing out. I did buy some V-bands, some 2.5 inch V-bands. I'd like to make this exhaust removable in portions, so have the downpipe, and then where it hoops over on the rear suspension here, I'd like to be able to just take that out with the tailpipe section and kind of have it in 2 or 3 sections. More welding practice, because we're going to be redoing this for the turbo with a full 3 inch. But that's why I'm doing this, is because I need the practice. And this vibrant resonator should sound really good. The cherry bomb that I welded in, pretty sure I blew that out at the first track weekend. It's starting to rattle now, so I think the perforated core kind of unwelded itself, and it's flapping around in there, so it's super annoying. So yeah, I think we need to get this bolted in and maybe see how it sounds. So this is gonna sound good. Now, downpipe's in temporarily, because obviously I gotta do more welding, but I could just link it back up right here and call it a day and just run what is there. A while ago, muffler shop deleted the muffler, resonator, all that stuff. So this is all their work, and then out the tips there. Since the whole reason for doing this is I need welding practice, we've got the cat out, the vibrant resonator in, so the downpipe's done. That was the easy part because there's no bends or anything. But I want to run as much 2.5-inch pipe all the way back as I can and put some V-bands in it so I can easily take out the downpipe if I need to. And then if I need to take the whole system out, or eventually I'll have to anyway with the turbo because we're going to redo it, I can have V-bands, and this is where it hoops over the suspension. That's really the only problem part. Everything else is just hanging down. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do exactly, but what I'm thinking, and by the time this video is out, you know exactly what I did anyway, but there's a little bend here, and then this kind of cradle for the hanger here. I'm thinking I might use as much as this pipe and this bend, which is the 2.25-inch factory, and then from there use all the bends in the kit that I got and do 2.5-inch out the back. Probably just do pipe. That's my dog barking. So that's where we're at currently. Downpipe's in, it's all done. I added the O2 bung. We're gonna do an aftermarket AFR gauge and eventually a boost gauge. So that's done, in, vibrant resonators in, cat's out. It's gonna sound good. So I just gotta start linking it up all the way to the back. We've only got that one suspension part in the back where it goes over the suspension. That's really the only, I wanna say, problem part. It's not that big of a deal, you just use your bends and get over it. But I gotta figure out exactly how much of that 2.25 factory stuff I'm gonna use just to make life probably a little easier. I'm gonna come up with a plan, do some more work, and then we'll show you where I'm at. It's a little tricky to show this kind of work on camera, so I'm doing most of it off camera. See the final result, and you'll see how it sounds at the end. That's what we really care about, right? So we've got the downpipe back out on the bench for what should be the last time. I just had to weld up this V-band here. So we're gonna have a V-band there, then we'll have a mid-pipe to our V-band, and then we'll have this section that goes over the rear suspension there. This is all buttoned up. You can see the welds are getting a lot better. So this is where we're at. This is kind of where we started. Gloppy and messy. Got the technique down, got the welder dialed in, flux core gasless, doing work. Downpipe is ready to go in for the last time, so shouldn't have to worry about nuts and bolts and anything anymore. It should just be V-bands and welding. All right, progress is being made. We got the downpipe in with the ultra quiet resonator. Everything's all buttoned up. We got the secondary O2 in. I got my additional O2 in up front. So when we do the AFR gauge, we can mate that up. Got a V-band there. This is the mid-pipe. And then I got a V-band here. So the whole mid-pipe will be removable. And then I reuse this section here that's got the hoop hanger on it, just because it's easier. It's already got the hanger in it, to the 90-degree there. So I just have to run around the fuel tank, up over the rear subframe, and then out the back. So this is the tricky part where it starts getting into the bends. I'll have to cut up some pieces from that kit I got, make some bends, go around, and then go up and over and out the back. So there's a hanger in the back where the tailpipe is, where the tips would be. And there's also a hanger right here. When I cut it to take it out, I actually cut right in here on the straight piece that's above it. So I'm thinking if I put another V-band there, I'll be able to take sections out. So I'll have the tailpipe section, the section after the mid-pipe, and then I'll have that bend there. This piece here will just get welded onto whatever's going in here. So just one more V-band, I think, and we should be good. All right, we got what potentially could be the final piece of the puzzle welded up. I got this little 90 here, so that's gonna go right in front of the rear axle. Just angle it backwards. I'm gonna put this in, and then I think we get it off the quick jacks, go take it for a drive, see how it sounds, see how it works with that. We don't have to go all the way to the tailpipe if we don't want. So we're gonna test it with this, and then I'm gonna make a decision on where I go from here. And this is what it looks like under the car. So it's just pointing at the rear subframe there, and then that's where it would essentially go if I add on to it. We could save some weight and just leave it like this. So I think we go take it for a test drive. We got the mid-pipe there, the vibrant resonator up there. I think we go take it for a test drive, see how it sounds, and just go from there. Because if I don't have to do all that, guess what? I'm not going to. Well, she's back on the ground. She's idling right now, bringing her up to temp. We're gonna go take her for a little drive, see how it is, and see if I wanna make any changes from there. Before we go on the drive, do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. We're getting ever closer to those 10,000 subs, so appreciate all you guys that have been sticking around. Appreciate all you guys that have subbed up already. If you like the content on the channel, hit that subscribe button, it's free. Hit the like button on the video, leave a comment down below, and let's go take it for a drive and see how it sounds. Holy hell, that's loud. More of that, please.
More of that, please. More of that, my girl.
That's loud. Sounds really good. Decatted, just the vibrant ultra quiet in it. The tone's pretty good. It doesn't resonate or doesn't drone too bad on the highway, especially when you're just maintaining speed. If you get on the throttle pedal a little bit to increase speed slightly, you get that drone to it, but it's not that bad. In the essence of this being the track car, the race car, I think I'm probably gonna leave it for now. So I think that's just where we're gonna leave it. It is dumping right in front of the rear wheel here, so your dump's pretty much right there. So more noise is coming into the cabin. That's why it's so loud, especially when the window's down. It's not muffled at all anymore. It's just the ultra quiet resonator. No catalytic converter doing any help whatsoever anymore. I like it. It's definitely really loud. She's gonna be screaming on the racetrack when we're just holding high RPM at full throttle around the track all the time. That's where we're leaving it for now. If I have to revisit this and possibly just go out the tailpipe and extend it, or take that mid pipe out and maybe add a small muffler or something, we'll get back to that in a different video. But I think for now I'm gonna drive it, see how I like it. I don't drive it all the time anyway. That's the daily right now, and that's a bone stock Mark 6 2.5. That's what we drive for work and everything, so I really don't have to worry about this. This is just the weekend warrior track car, and we're getting it prepped for track season coming up. There was a little bit of smells in the cabin, for those of you that are wondering, since it's not going all the way out. There's a little bit of smell in the cabin, but I can't tell if that's just from all the new materials going through heat cycles and getting warmed in. The packing material on that ultra quiet resonator is it's gonna burn off some smells and stuff. I'm gonna drive it for a while, see how it does. If I have to revisit it for either smells or sound, we'll revisit it later on. But for now, that is a pretty much fully gutted 2.5-inch exhaust on the 07K. Sounds good. That ultra quiet resonator, super impressed with just having that in the system. Gives it a really nice tone. So thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one.